Gotta crawl underneath this mobile here. Yep, gotta crawl under the belly of the beast. Thought I'd put you guys on live for a teeny bit. Why not, right? Why not? I need a variety of things down in there. Fortunately, I don't think I can carry all of it in there at once, and it's hard to get down in there. So, I make a couple trips. And we have hormigas in here. Ants. Got some ants. Let's see. Oh, see if I can crawl back in here. Last time I went over that way, so it's taller and then cut across. We'll probably have to do that. Sorry I'm muffled. I got a big old mask on. Big old mask. Oh. Alrighty. Make a little pile as I go. Slowly move the stuff in, I guess. I don't know. See if anybody eventually comes in. Did I get a splinter in my hand? Feels like it, about right there. In the palm of my hand. Oh, you know what? I hit a funny bone earlier, really bad. And it's probably hurting from that. Alright, anything else I gotta bring through? The pipe. Put that there. Oh, there. Hey, ants. Hello. Hello there, ants. I don't know where the uncle's went. I'll tell you one thing, with this mask, I don't smell any of that yucky cat pee smell. Like I did with the other. Well, I never had a mask on the other one when I came through yesterday. Alright. I have to restart the live. Nobody's here. What's our signal? We got 4G 3 bars, so that part should be fine. Oops, I don't know what that was. We're having problems. Cancel. There we go. Put on filtering. And no translate. There we go. We got one person in here. We're underneath the mobile home with a mask on. There's all sorts of yuck down here. Oh, those cat feces I gotta climb through. Yucky. Good old cat feces. This ain't fun. My knee's trying to pop out on me. We're fixing some plumbing here. It was already hodgepodge to pieces, so we're taking all the hodgepodge out and putting some hardline PVC in. And their gray water right there is not even connected. Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate you coming to the channel, folks. Thankfully, I'm good with tight spaces. We do cave exploring, mine exploring, hiking content, and this is some of my handyman stuff. I'm down here fixing stuff underneath this mobile home here in southern Arizona. Now I gotta crawl through that area. Hello, my paraphernalia. Oh, all the glue and everything. I think that's the right adapter. Some pictures I took yesterday. Hope so. I'm gonna have to crawl back in here again though, because there's a gas line I need to replace. The flex line is leaking. I can smell it down in here yesterday. This is only about, I don't know, from here to there, 15 inches. And there's some cat feces on it. Yeah. That's why I gotta wear a mask like this. What's up, folks? How's it going? Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you. Slowly trucking our stuff over, piece by piece. Our two Knipex wrenches. No support of them, but I wish we would. Wish they would help support the channel. That'd be awesome. Of course, there's all sorts of spiders down here. Very much hodgepodge. Right there is a gas line, and it's leaking. I can smell it when I don't have a mask on. So we gotta fix that too. I just hope I got the right connectors. I think that's 1/2 inch. It's 3/4 size down to half. What's up, Jelly? Ain't no spiders trying to scare you. There probably is a few down here. She said she didn't think there was a lot. Because there's a lot of cats in and out of here. Although I think I'd rather have spiders than cat pee and poop everywhere. Yeah, we got to replace that flex line. It looks like they just used copper plumbing pipe for the flex line. Look at that. No wonder it's leaking. That is copper flex line. Not rated for gas. I'm pretty sure. That is dub-dub. Alright. We gotta fix that line there. We gotta cut it off, take that off, take it undone. Hopefully we can get it done okay. We'll find out. I'll set you guys up. Alright. Sorry, it'll be dark for a little bit. I gotta grab my wrenches, set them in there. I hope that's the right size. It looks like 3/4. Pretty sure. For the adapter piece. Bring over my tools slowly. Alright. I already got my elbow installed over there. What's up, AT? Good morning, brother. Alright. Let's move these rocks and junk out of the way so I can lay down better. Hey, Bone. Ugh. This is a mess. Try not to stir up the dust, but you still have to. This person could leave a message. They have a 279 area code. That is not local. Alright. Sure everything's in close. Slide in on my back here. If I can turn around. Hootie Hoo just went live. Premiere. Whew. Pretty sure that is copper flex line, not gas line. That's crazy. There's a spider and some ants. Alright, let me get in here closer. Yeah, I can smell this gas as soon as I took my mask off to readjust it. Oh, sorry guys. Look at that. Looks like regular old copper flex line for water. So I hope I can get that off because I got a new one for it. That is crazy. Alright, we gotta undo this thingy. You guys see that okay? I think right there you can. Possibly, so. Alright, we're probably gonna get some water. Why does it feel like hot water though? That's weird. Alright, let's see if we can at least get undone some of this stuff. We might have to just cut it off. This is the plastic right here. Feels like it. Yeah, that's just plastic. Alright, we're definitely going to get some water on us. Yeah, that feels like hot water. That's the weird thing. Alright, we're probably just going to have to cut it. I'll put it on the bottom. Oops, sorry guys. Still good? Yep. Put it on the bottom side first so the water goes elsewhere. It does feel like hot water. Wow. Oh, you know why? It's drained back through. It's gotta be. Man, I can smell it gas strong. Because I was wiggling it around. Let's make sure that this is the pipe we're messing with. You can hear the hot water heater burping. Hope we don't have to burp the whole thing dry. That's going to be a lot. But why is the hot directly into there? It shouldn't be. Man, I'm getting flooded out. Crap. Sorry, guys. Let's make a little trench the other way. This ain't going to be nice. I'm going to have to figure out the tip of this water line. That definitely should have been it. You have to crawl around to that side. Because why is hot water coming out of there? It makes no sense. You have another iron pipe capped off here and some other drain. I don't know, it's all wonky. And the floor is wet, so it must have a leak somewhere. And I am getting wet. Didn't get notification, but my signal's spotty. Mine's not bad, thankfully. Alright, I'm gonna have to climb on the other side around all this. Yeah. Figure out what's going on with that line. I'm replacing it because see, it's been patched. There has a leak over underneath all that. There's another leak they fixed further back. There's another leak right there they fixed. I mean, it feels worn. Oh, my ants. Yeah, that's what it's hooked up to, because it's wiggling. So that is it. Why do they have that directly into the hot? That's weird. Alright, I'll just crawl through here. Although there's ants. Order me, guys! I gotta get back here anyways to fix that copper line. It's weird, a mask almost makes it worse to breathe. Yeah, I gotta replace that gas line there that flicks. Unless it's the valve leaking. But it's probably the flex line. That doesn't look like the right stuff. That's for copper. It gets copper plumbing flex. Although it is yellow, maybe it is. I can't keep having that leak though. Itchy scratch. Yeah, I know it's going to be itchy scratch in here. Look at all that itchulation. We call it itchulation. How you doing, buddy? From the UK, huh? I'm from Southern Arizona. Crawling around under a mobile. Underneath this mobile home. I can't really have that leaking out. I'm trying to do plumbing here. Trying's the word. Oh, I moved the way, mate. I'm trying to make it so you guys can see what's going on here. I think you can right there. Man, I can smell that gas like crazy now. I can smell it through my mask. Because I'm messy with the hose. That's why. I don't know if that's yellow or not. It's hard to tell. I think it is. It might have been right stuff. It's just leaking like crazy though. I can smell it, smell it. See if I can get this undone. That reduces it down to 1/2 inch. But I need it to 3/4. See if I can get this undone. It'll probably break loose on top instead. Way up in the hot water heater hole. Yep, told you. Moving the whole pipe. Can't have that. All right, we can hold it with the one. See if we can get them done with the other. You know what? I gotta shut off this gas. If we get one spark, it's gonna go boom in here. Oh, I found the hole. Right there's the crack. Found it. No wonder I smell it so strong. Right there's the hole. It's blowing right in my face. That's natural gas. I gotta shut that off. One spark and that'll go whoosh. Gotta back out of here. Except my shirt's pulling up. My belly's dragging on garbage. I knew that pipe was leaking. All right. I should have already shut it off because I was supposed to. I gotta work on it anyway. Whew, that's a pain to get out and in there. Out and in and out, whatever you call it. Take the mask off here. Put my hat and sunglasses back on. All right, the meter's this way. Shut this thingy off. It's right here. There we go. Bet you their gas bill was high because of that. I'm gonna have to let it air out in there. So, yeah, it's kind of a pain. Oh well, is what it is. I gotta let it air out. Probably bring a fan. That might help, I don't know. Got one in the van somewhere. Kitty, kitty, kitties. Meow. Kitty, kitty. There's cats everywhere. They just keep multiplying like rabbits. Breathe while you can. Yeah, well, I had a big old mask on respirator. But it made that so gassy in there with that leak blowing right in my face. I could still smell it through that respirator. So, see, where's my fan at? The van's a mess right now. It shows nobody's in here, but that's a lie. YouTube be lying again. I'll let it out for a few minutes. Let it air out a few minutes. I'm pretty sure the Flexon I got should work. Oops, went the wrong way around this old Suburban. It's a pretty neat old Suburban. The other job I worked at had one too. It's actually the same owners. This one is pretty neat. They have a Ford Probe here that's a manual. I don't know if it has a 4-cylinder or a 6-cylinder in these things. I don't know, the hood's open. Let's see if I can find the hood latch. There it is. It's got a 4-cylinder, it looks like. Got the battery from Merle's.
Fuel injection, 16 valve. Yeah, it's just a 4-banger. I don't think a 6 could fit in this thing. Maybe. It's got the pop-up headlights. What liter is this thingy? Should say on the emissions tag. 121.5 cubic inch. I don't know what that is. It's probably like a 2 liter then. Maybe a 2.2. We headed towards the armory. This old helmet. No, I'm at a job right now. The closest thing we have to an armory is that right now. 22 Magnum. Allegedly, it was in my pant pocket. No, I'm at work. I've been crawling underneath the mobile home trying to fix some stuff, and then we got a bad gas leak, so I went and shut it off and letting it air out real quick. I just hope this one should be long enough. It's just not quite as fat around. I think it should fit. It's got the extra fittings, so we'll see. It says it fits steel fitting to gas, steel fitting to appliance. We'll have to check it out. When we remove what we have, we might have to match it up. Go to Ace Hardware because it's the closest place. So actually, from here, Lowe's is about the same as Ace. I already had a compromise on something once. Well, I just used adapters. So that one might work on the one side. And I think this one will work on the other. Hopefully it's long enough. Because what's on there, I think, is longer than 4 feet. It might be 6 feet. It was pretty long. Then we got this other one here. Right there. Gas compression fittings. But that one on there just doesn't seem like it's the right one. Like, you can go 3/4 inch instead of half, but then these ends are way bigger. They're bigger than what we need. I just hope this one's long enough. We'll have to find out. This one was on the, it was on sale. Had a yellow tag on it over at Home Depot. So it was a little bit cheaper than normal. This one is for water heaters, range, and dryers. Currently it looks like, but it is yellow. It looks like just a plain old copper flex line for water. Looks like I got the wrong thing for something else too. I needed the opposite of this for hose adapters. I needed a female and female on both sides. This is a male for hose. Excuse me. I need the opposite because I'm connecting 2 hose bibs together. Need something different than that one. So I got to change that out too. So I got to let it air out under there because the gas line was leaking pretty good. Don't want any sparkies. No smoking. I knew it was leaking pretty bad already because when you'd rock around the side of the mobile, you could smell it pretty good. Yeah, I got to replace the, let's see here. Oh, you know what? I might not have to, we'll see. No, I still might have to go to Ace anyways. Yeah, I do, for a couple different things. Oh well, buggers. And then replace this other stuff at Home Depot where I got it. My hands are a little bit prickly because of that fiberglass I was moving around. Sure, you can put gloves on, but it's a pain. And then your shirt gets untucked and your belly drags into the dirt. Kind of a pain. Do a strip tease. I might get thousands and thousands of views. Right? And the girls do it. They don't get pulled, but if I did it, I would. That's what's crazy. That's YouTube for you. All right. Yeah, my belly itches a little bit because of that stuff. All right, I need to bring my stuff back through. Coveralls. Yeah, I have a pair of those. That way your shirt doesn't get untucked. I just don't carry them with me. I use those a lot when I'm working on tractors, which I don't do that often here. In California, I did it quite often because a lot of people up in the foothills got a little tractor. Where I live here, a few do, but it'd be a little farther north in Elfrida, Wilcox area. There's tractors all over the place. But then my brother-in-law would probably give them to him because he wants to get into that stuff more on this for side jobs. Because he finally was able to find a job just randomly. The guys connected with him. All right. Coveralls, coveralls, coveralls. Oh wait, that's VeggieTales. All right, down in the belly of the beast again, folks. We could go ahead and bring this with us to see if it'll fit, because we got to go down there anyway. So, all right, let's turn our headlamp on. Back in the belly of the beast. Yep. What is this? It's a bottle. It's got water in it because that's where the leak was. There's a leak in this thingy. See if I can pull this thing out because it needs to come out anyways. There we go. Come on, it keeps saying it needs to flip over the other way. All right, let's see if we can get this. Get out from this so it doesn't hurt me. Get off some breaks loose so I don't hit my head on this. Whoa, there's all sorts of wires just tied in right here. That's because that's the half of the mobile and they just spliced them back together. That's weird. Alrighty. What's up, Link? Sorry, I got junk on the screen. So see, there's a patch there. A patch there. Another one there. Another one there. And then there was a hole. Let's see, we had a hole somewhere. Where was that? Somewhere around here there was a hole. Yeah, this is their water supply for their whole house. Well, it goes directly into the hot water, I guess, sort of. It's just like this really thick irrigation pipe. It's the thicker stuff. How's Lake Effect doing, huh? All right, back in the belly of the beast again. Got our gas line thing all dirty. Although it might get it all muddy then. Oh well. Not sure what the best way is to get back in there. Because if I go the way I was, I'll get all wet because the ground's wet. I go in the last spot. Looks like there's a little wetness. Hey, there's some roly-polies I gotta climb through. How fun. You're doing okay? Awesome. Would you like to join me with that spider there? Right there somewhere, and all these ants, these armigas. Oh. Man, that water smells. I can smell it even through my mask, which is crazy. I don't know what this line's for. Oh, you know what? I do. That is the electrical line. There's an old shovel in there they didn't know they had. Or they forgot they had. Yeah, I think it's draining that whole hot water heater. Which I'll never be able to do the water if it keeps draining like that. So I'm gonna have to go back out, even though I'm halfway in here already. Ugh. The pain. And see if I can shut that valve off on the top so it doesn't keep draining the hot water heater.
Because I can't do plumbing if it's sopping wet. I can do plumbing if it's a little wet. There's that Christie's. That Red Hot Christie's.
That stuff you can do. That stuff you can do when it's wet. All right. So where's that hot water heater? Oh, you know what? I can't get to it. It's probably inside the building here. It's probably locked. Yep. I gotta have that off though, because it's just draining the whole hot water heater. It's probably on the other side of this. They must have a washer inside that. Yeah, because there's a dryer hookup. The window's unlocked. I could climb through, huh? It is unlocked, the window. And this add-on they stuck on. Well, they did some interesting hookups for electrical. Done that work. I don't want to do that work again. Yeah, I know, right? I told her, I said, normally I would not charge this much, but because it's under mobile and I'm literally laying in cat feces, it's got to be more. This is why it's a little bit more than I normally would charge above ground. She's like, oh, it totally makes sense. Like, I wouldn't want to be under there. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to have to let it drain on its own. So, unfortunately. Let's see here. I could shut off the water, which is in the alleyway, because I have to replace another valve that's broken off that you have to use pliers to fix it. No, if I do this type of stuff, I make sure I charge accordingly. I don't know what a normal plumber, that's a full-time plumber, would charge. I'm not sure. Make sure my van's locked. I think it is. Yeah. My keys are, I think, here we go. My keys are out by where I was working. This is called a Royal. This car makes Royal. I don't know. Something Royal. A Ram first gen Cummins turbo. Sweet. There's one across the street too, but I don't think that one's a Cummins. Power wagon maybe. Watch out for snakes. Yep. I smelt some gas again. Yeah, they're starting to come out. So yeah, it's a good thing to think of that. I was actually thinking of that for tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm probably going to be rappelling down into an old mine, but when you look over the edge, you can't see the bottom. I threw some rocks in there and it sounds like it's maybe 60-ish feet. Also has a little side shaft, so what I might do is kind of like swing to see if I can get in there. We'll see. I have to make sure I put my protective thing around the rope so it doesn't abrase it. Put abrasions in it. I just got that stuff. I wish I could do a live on that, but I'm pretty sure the signal's just dead as a doornail over there. Because while you're driving through there, it usually is all pixelated and crashing out. I'm going back this back alleyway here, getting to the water valve. It was funny. She told me, here, I'll put you guys down. So, I'll show you what I got here. Got some of my glasses. So this water box here, down in here, the guy's like, she told me, the guy said, oh, you can't shut it off. It's some electronic thing that shuts the water on and off. I'm like, oh, there's got to be a valve in there. Yeah, right here's a valve. There's the shut off. Right there's the shut off. I told her this is what it looks like. Now, she might mean this thingy. Yeah, but that's the electronic meter box. And it's not like it was fully covered over. You could still see this nub in here. So I gotta close that off. Because while that's airing out, I might as well see if I can replace some of the stuff for the... there's a valve in the that I'm tying into, that I'm replacing. See if I can get you kind of hoovering over this. Let's see if I can get over this. You usually use a special wrench for this, which I don't have. Let's see if I go like this. Grab it. We're gonna have to just reverse this. Get you guys like this. The sun's right in your face. There we go. Yeah, mine might end up having some in it. We'll see. I don't know if I can get this thing closed. I hope I can. It hasn't been open and closed in who knows how long. It's just hard to grab with this. Let's see. Wow, it is not moving. I wish I had one of the T-handles with extensions on it, because it's usually like a 3-foot pole with like a T on top and like a U like this that goes over that little section. Little mouse droppings all in here. Let's see here. It's not even budging. How am I going to replace that if I can't shut off that valve? I mean, you can still use the valve. You just have to use pliers to turn it on and off. It's just I told her I was going to try to replace it for her. But if I can't get the valve off, I told her, I said, there is a valve there. Let's see, what else could I use? What I've used before is like vice grips on it and then grab to the vice grips and turn it. See, is there a gate to the back side of this guy's property? Probably, because there's so many vehicles in the back. How else did they get them back there? What's another thing I could use? That is on there. It does not want to move. Hasn't been closed in who knows how long, and I don't want to break it. See, does she have a gate? Yeah, there is a little gate, but I'm sure it's locked down the alleyway here, so I don't have to walk all the way around. Hey, little puppy, you scared me. The little schnauzer. It's like a schnauzer chihuahua mix. Yeah, it's locked. Whoop. I'm gonna have to find something else to try to shut that off. But if it's too much tension, unfortunately, I'll have to say, hey, I can't replace it because I'm gonna end up breaking that valve, and it's before the meter, so that would be the city's problem if it broke for them to take care of. Anything before the meter is the city. Anything after the meter is your problem, just like with gas lines. If the meter, from the meter to the main gas goes out, it's their problem. If from the meter to your house has problems, that's your problem. Gotta find something else to yank on that thingy. Trying to think what I can use since I don't have the specific wrench for it. I turn those off fairly often because a lot of times houses don't have a shut off at the house, or it doesn't shut off all the way. It'll only trickle out and you can't do that. Alright, let's see what we can find in the big van. Oh, what's that? That wouldn't work. Where's some vice grips? See, that's the other thing too. They have another valve there with a pair of vice grips hooked up to that are all rusted. What's up, Zero? So sunny, it is white and cold here. I know, right? See if the alarm goes off. Nope. Alright, I gotta find a pair of vice grips. Couple things you could do. Another one is you could hook up a wrench to it Let's see, is my vice grips in this bucket of odds and balls, odds and ends? Not sure where my vice grips are. I have quite a few of them in here, but the van being such a disarray. Sunny and 56 here. It's warmer than 56 where I'm at. Ralph's Wrecking and Towing. Guess that's who used to own that wrecking truck. This thing's pretty cool, guys. Look at this. So it's a Cummins first gen, but it's an automatic. That's the bad thing about it. Pretty cool looking. Two-wheel drive. Pretty neat. It's got the little Ram ornament on the hood like the old ones had. They got two more across the street, but I think those are gassers because they own like 3 or 4 properties. All of them are full of cars. Their other one I worked on the other day, it was that gable end stuff I replaced that one of my buddies subbed out for me to do for him. That was theirs too, and they had like 4 cars over there. Pete's place. That's the other place they own. It used to be like a little mechanic shop, I think. Across the road from him is a machine shop, which I think is still operational. I'm walking back to the alleyway here, which is full of all sorts of weird stuff. You know, shots, those thingies. All sorts of yuck. It's not a good spot to hang out back here. Oh, there's where I can dump my old dresser. Might as well, right? There's sorts of gross stuff. Alright, let's see if we can use a wrench on it. If I use one of these and go at an angle with it, it might work. Like this. Nope, it is not budging, guys. And if I budge on it too much harder, it's just going to break it. How am I going to work on the electrical when I can't shut it off? There's a curly snail. Sorry, not the electrical, the water. Other than them coming out here and putting a new valve in, it's rusted shut. $32 right now and about an inch of snow. Oh yeah, it's going to start melting some more of them. See if I can figure out something else here. Yeah, it's not giving, guys. I even tried a different way and it's not budging. I'm going to end up breaking my wrench. So here's what I was thinking about doing. Right here. Not thinking, I did. Putting it in like that. Whoops. The wrench like this. Over that square and then twisting on it from the top end. But no, it's not budging. It ended up breaking the thing. Those are brass too, so they're not super strong. Guess what that means? I can't replace the one valve I was going to replace. It works, it's just you got to use pliers to shut it off. So we got to put the cover back on now. Put this thingy back in, some electronic thing of some sort. Put the cover back on. Just have to tell her I can't shut it off, it's seized, so City's gonna have to come out here and put a new valve in. Yeah, then there's this type of stuff here, like that. You know, feminine products. Yeah, gross. Sitting out here in the alleyway. Gross, gross, gross. Guess that person's a roofer R-O-O-R-E-F, or I don't know. Roof. We tried, folks. Can't shut it off if it's seized. What's that? Someone just dropped their ashes out here, it looks like. Pile of ash. Ashes, splashes, will fall down. Yeah, she owns that shop over there too. They got 2 old Rams. That one's a 300. So that's an old one. A Ram 300. Instead of a 350. It's like a cream white color. She owns that other one too. That one's probably a 250 then. Because after a while they switched to different numbers. That one's four-wheel drive though. It's got turn hubs on the front. So that's a four-wheel drive, that one. I don't think it's a Cummins though. If it was, I'd be... Sorry, YouTube be crashing again. That time it allowed me to resume. This other one was just a 2-wheel drive automatic. That's here at the front that I showed you earlier. Man, YouTube be tripping. Always messing up. Alright, well, that's a bummer because I was hoping that would work. Oh well. I have to tell her I can't shut it off until that valve, can't put a new valve in until they fix that. Which she paid me for already. She actually paid me for the whole job already. Which I prefer people not to do. I mean, I'm glad they trust me, but at the same time, I prefer people not to do that. Because legality-wise, well, that part, if you already have some of the materials, you're allowed to request whatever you want. If you don't have materials yet, you do 10% legally. But then I usually ask, hey, can you give me the material money? But yeah, this right here, this valve right here, I need to replace because it's broken. But then it's got this weird ice grip valve coming this way on it that who knows heads where. I'm not sure. And is that a T or an elbow? Okay, that heads off. Is that plastic? I think so. I think they have a plastic threaded part here, unless it's metal with something else. That looks like a union. Yeah, that right there is a union. But then here, does it go down and across the street then? I dug it out some already. I think so. Yeah, it's a T. But yeah, I was going to replace this because it's broke. But if it's just a handle and I can get the handle off, I have an extra one in the van. I can just put a new handle because the valve works. Just, I don't know, I don't have a stubby screwdriver with me, I don't think, to get that out. I'll have to find out. Alright. Keep letting that air out underneath the mobile there. I know what I can use for a stubby, but you can't usually put a lot of pressure on it. A 1/4-inch ratchet with a bit in it. Okay, you can hear the jets flying up there from the army base. They're up there somewhere. I just saw them flying by earlier. But they went back around the other way now. This camera is so junk on this phone. This front camera is disgusting. It glares so much. It has bad lighting for the aperture. It's supposed to be better than my other one, but it's worse. That thing's 3 or 4 years old, the one I sent in. Let's see, I gotta crawl over my stuff. Get that valve piece, that handle. I've got two. I've got a used unit that I can take the valve from. Right there. I can take the handle off of that one and reuse it. Then I have a brand new one But that's the type for a little cooler. We put the little nipple on the side for putting cooler line on. So I should be able to use that one. 1/4" socket set. Where's that one at? I know I had it out here the other day. Here's my 3/8 and my 1/2 inch. Gotta watch how I tread on that. It's about to wipe out on me. There we go. I think it's on the side door. That way I can have my 1/4 inch ratchet set for the, to make myself a stubby. Maybe it's in, oh, here it is. I know I used it the other day on assembling stuff. All right, we'll take off this handle on this used one that I rebuilt once, but it was still leaking. It had some little threads on it because it was a compression type. Went to copper from there. It was from out of a house. I replaced, put two new ones on there. We tried to rebuild them. The one still leaked pretty good. So he said, oh, I'll just come back later. We'll get the right stuff. All right. It says nobody's on here, but that's a big fib. A fib from Mephibosheth. All right. That's if I can get the one off on the other one. I hope we can. Because what I have to do is use a 1/4 inch with a 1/4 inch ratchet so I can get it stubby and then stick a bit on it. If this one's too long, well, then I'll have to switch to a stubby one, a stubby bit. Because where we need to put this valve at is really close in. Yeah, there they are, circling around up there. Up there in the air, circling around. Two of them by that pole there, 2 jets. I'm right next to an army base, so. All right, so yeah, we need to fit this stubby right into this, to there. So, yeah. All right. Keep that screw because this one might end up breaking. Problem is, it's going to turn on the water, I think. Not I think, I know. If I grab 2 of these, let me get the other one. I'll be right back. I might be able to keep it from streaming. The problem is, my other one is over there underneath the mobile. I'm not about to climb down there just to grab it and then come back. So I'm going to use this to hold it. Hopefully it's not in the way. It might end up being in the way though. Let's see, that's the problem here, folks. Yeah, see, that turns it on. I can grab onto the bolt because it's rusted. I can't get a bit on it. You're still here? Yeah, that's YouTube for you. I need a skinny one though. So I really need that one that's under the mobile, but I don't feel like climbing literally all the way to the other side just to get it. Let me see if I can get one in the van. I'll be back. These are a little bit big, but I think they'll work. Should be able to hold it. And then have enough room to grab the bolt. Thing is, if it snaps off, well then we're even farther off of what we want to do. Just so at the right angle, I just can't get a good grip. Trying all sorts of ways here. All right, let's try that. I don't think I can grab it. Let's see if I can hold that tight. Yank on this. Nope, it just undoes it. Try that some more. Oh, there we go. I felt it move. As long as it doesn't snap off, we should be fine. Doesn't feel too snappy yet. That doesn't mean much though. I think it's coming off. Yes, we got it. Gracias a Dios. Except this is different threads than the one there. Now to get off the actual handle part. Need a flat blade for that, or maybe these needle nose will work. The needle nose might work. Nope, it just snapped it. It's even worse off than before now. I'm trying, guys, but this is how plumbing always is. It always messes with you every single time. Look at that. It snapped it off inside there. See, it didn't pull out. It's supposed to be like this. Hollow inside. Bummers. We tried. Now you're really going to have to use pliers to turn it on and off. Bummers. This is plumbing for you. It always does this. Does that mean I wouldn't even be able to undo this though? It'd probably snap off in the T. It looks that way. See if I can clean off some of the threads. It looks like I got the wrong type anyways. Looks like it needs to be a 1/2 inch male. I did a 1/2 inch female, but with a riser, which would work too. It's just I can't shut off the water. And then they've got this valve here on this side that goes who knows where. It definitely was off. For the most part, I think. It's probably what fed the mobile home originally, and they eliminated it for some reason. I think that was an ant trying to bite my side here. Well, again, we're just gonna have to tell her that valve out by the what do you call it, the alleyway, will have to be replaced before we can replace this, because I can't shut it off without breaking it. So yeah, we'll have to schedule in some other time to finish that. Unfortunately, that's a pain, because then I have to schedule another day that I could be doing something else and actually making money when I already got paid to do this. That's plumbing for you though. That's plumbing. It always does that. That's why you charge accordingly. That is why you charge accordingly. Yeah, if I could shut off that water, I could go ahead and put the new stuff on, but... Well, we should be able to crawl underneath the mobile now. Fix that underneath. Quiznos for lunch. I don't think we have a Quiznos here. We have two Subways. We've got a Jersey Mike's. And what's the other sub place we have? I forget. And then we have one that's a Swarovski's or something. Swarovski. They're more of a sourdough bread you put your stuff on. That's pretty good. All right, well, I gotta go back in the belly of the beast again. Way back in there. Now everything is shut off. Well, I should say it should be vented out now, hopefully. Well, thank you, work in progress. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for the sparkles. Maybe it'll help light up the pathway underneath this mobile here. Yeah, this is a bad live. Literally only 7 likes an hour in. It's just got to be YouTube. They hate me. A sparkle's only 1 joule? You'd think a sparkle would be more than 1 joule on my end. I bet you it cost you more than 1 joule. That's the crazy thing about it. It's not the same. And then I only get a 2/3 of that. 1 joule's 10 cents for me. But then I only get a third of that 10 cents. See, I got that back there. Let's see, I need my headlamp. I need my headlamp. I knew I was missing something. Sounds like a little motorbike. Like a bicycle, they put that little teeny motor on. All right. Back in, folks. Back in. I might need this wrench here so to hold my plumbing even better. It sounds like it finally drained out too, the hot water heater. I had to wait until it drained too. It was kind of a pain because I couldn't shut it off. And it's not like it's going to be active because the gas is off too, so because that's got a leak as well. I just hope I can undo that. Otherwise, we got to redo all that plumbing. That right there, that iron right there is the gas. That's my new hose, hopefully. I just hope I can undo those fittings. Alrighty. Let's crawl underneath here again, folks. Yeah, I found the crack in that gas line. Yeah, 4 foot should reach, I'm pretty sure. I think what they have in there is a 5, which I don't think they even make. Still pile of ants in here. Oh. Yeah, I'm hoping I can get this undone here, as well as up there. Oh. That gas line right there, I hope I can undo that one. Oh my, cockroaches, buggers, they all came out because they got wet. Yuck. Man, I didn't charge enough for this job. It's all sludgy now. But I found a leak in this line. Right there. Right there, there's a cut. Watch. See that? Right there. Opened right up. Shouldn't be flowing right now because I shut it off. And there's some big cockroaches. Cucaracha! Cucaracha!
gotta scare these little brats out of here, these cucarachas. Uh-oh. What did I do in my, what did I do in my pipe wrench? I had about to climb all the way back just for that stupid pipe wrench. Here it is. Ugh. All right, open this up. I gotta hold this while I twist off the other. A little bit bigger. There we go. Keep some tension on it. Open this up. Let's see. And now I gotta crank on this one. Well, that needs tightening. I need the other way. That's what I thought at first. I'm getting stuck on my plumbing pipe down here that has temporarily. There we go. All right. Let's see if we can get this undone. Whew. Talk about hard, folks. Thank you, Knipex. Good old boy. Man, that was on there. Whew. I don't think that joint was leaking. I gotta make sure she's tied up on the top now, though, because it turned a little bit. I put this wrench back behind here so it'd hold it for me. We be smart too sometimes. Once in a blue moon. Alright. Alrighty. Now, ooh, that's rusty inside. You gotta put this adapter in it. So I'm doubling it up. I'm using yellow. Well, you wouldn't have to use yellow. Yellow is more for gas, but it works for water too. I'm using for that. It's going to be yellow too. But I'm doubling it up. I'm using pipe dope and the Teflon tape on all the joints because I don't want this leaking. Nobody had time for that. Nobody ain't got time for that. All right, put the pipe dope. This pipe dope's for gas too because it's a yellow. It says right here for plastic and metal pipes, lead free. It's somewhere it also said it was for gas since it's the yellow. Hey, cockroach. All right, there we go. It has lubricant with the goo. They put these little things here for reinforcements. And so you can crank on it better, but helps reinforce the thread part of it. Especially if it has internal threads, but this one doesn't. Alright, I don't want it too tight because it's plastic, obviously. Okay, that's tight. Now we got to join this up like that. Like so. Just like that. Alright, put the cap on. So I need... wow, it's tight in here. And my feet are getting tangled up on phone line. There's a phone line running through. And my knee is hitting some for brick on the ground. Fun, fun, folks. Fun, fun. Favorite pastime. I love it. Alright, let's put a... cut through like pancake butter. shorter. I said pancake butter. I meant to say pancake batter. Same diff, my friend, same diff. It's the same thing. Not quite. Get a little primer. Then we got Red Hot Christies for the glue. This stuff right here. Red Hot Christies. Sorry, I might be blinding you guys. Alright. I usually put doubled up glue on the joint, the part you're putting in. And you might be wondering, won't that freeze? Yes, it probably will, but guess what? It was open before as well. Just here laying on the ground. So you're probably right, it might. We don't get that cold here, barely above freezing. Or barely below, I should say. All right. Okay, now let's see if I can get this gas line undone, right, folks? I want to save this adapter just in case I need it for something. It's a little rusty on the inside, but might need it for something. All right, so now you got to undo that flex line right there. What's that, Brookside? Bad leverage point, don't pull anything. I'm not even sure what you're talking about. Up against that brick, that was a perfect leverage point. Unless it was going to twist the whole house out of the floor. Man, these cockroaches are huge. So I got to undo that joint too. Alright. Hope I can get these undone. If I get a good grip on it, it shouldn't twist on me. Whew. There's no room to do anything. Hardly. It's one of these things I might have to undo the connector just so I can get it undone. Like the adapter piece. If I can get that undone even. Ow. Wow, guys, how am I going to get that off? It is literally rusted on there. I might have to do what I was saying. Undo it at the joint where the adapter is. I don't have a new adapter though. Just to get it off and then cut off the old stuff outside of the... If this one's this hard, the other one's going to be almost as hard. It's not laying in the dirt though, so that'll hopefully help. But it'll help. Oh, that's coming undone. If we twist it back up to pieces, it doesn't really matter. Speaking of which, why don't I just cut it off? Jerome doing dumb stuff. Since it might be making a spark and there might be residue coming through still. Jerome does dumb stuff. Famous last words of redneck. Redneck, watch this. I think that was actually brass maybe, although it rotted like copper. So we got to disconnect that connection from this one. Hopefully we're going to reuse it, because I don't have one like that. Now we got to do the other side. Fun for number one, folks. I don't think I have a connector that big in here. Let me see. Nope, it's 1/2 inch. But the hose is the right size. Alright, now we gotta get that other one off. That is one big cucaracha. Should have not hooked up this plumbing pipe until after I was done with the gas line. Excuse me. Oh well. I don't think this is black or green iron pipe. Technically it's the same stuff, it's just they put a different color on it so you know it's a gas line. Alright, we gotta fix that line right there, folks. Not the white one, the other one, if we can get you in the right spot here. I don't think I need that here anymore. Maybe. Oh. I might use it to cut this off. There we go. Get that out of the way. Alright, we gotta take that adapter piece off. I don't know if that is adapter. Ouch. I don't have my knee pads with me like I did yesterday. Alright, we gotta take that off. So we gotta take that off right there where my wrench is. In the meantime, you can't see what we're doing because of our alignment of everything. Well, there we go. Right there you can't. Just don't have much leverage right there with my belly on, all sorts of stuff here. Let's see. I don't want to break anything. These lines are black. We're gonna have to do the same thing on this one. Undo the elbow. I hope not. Let's see if we can pull up any better. I doubt it. Maybe if I lay back down in the dirt where I used to be before. Man, there's just so much junk in the way. All right, let's see if I can push down. Can't hit me that either. Ouch. Hi there. It just pushes it up. Did it go? Or did it just slip off? But you got it. You got it. I thought maybe it just slipped off, but no, I got it. Sweet. Gracias a Dios. There we go. The paint crawling in here. I got it. There it is. Yee-hoo! There it is. All right, and I got to turn it all around and put the yellow hose back on that one. A little breather here first. It's kind of a pain down here. Hello. How's it going, rough? Oof. Oof. See if I can grab my yellow bag. Well, the bag's not yellow. The hose is. Alright, this one should fit. Right there. Nope, it doesn't. Crud. This one's not even going to work then. Alright, all this work and it doesn't fit. So, a bunch of stuff not working out here, guys. Alright. So I need to take both these ends in and match them up. Or get adapters for them or something. Alright, what's the easiest way out of here? There is no easy way, that's the thing. Alright. For one, I gotta get back on my belly. That'd be helpful. I gotta crawl back through here. And that was too small, the connections. Ouch. I was hoping I could hook it up and don't have to come back in here again, but oh, we do. Wow. I need that other piece too. This piece here. The other end. Might as well get another adapter. Because it's all rusty anyways. Gotta drag myself through here. Like I do in caves. And mines. Well, mines I haven't done any dragging. Caves I have. Mines not yet. I need to go in one. That's a small drag in when you first get in. But then it opens up really big. Which I haven't been in there yet. But yeah, see all the feces on the ground from cats? Yeah, I'm crawling in this crap. Alright, now I can put my butt in there. Look at this garbage. That is cat manure. No wonder nobody's showing up. Let me just stop it once I get out of here. Because this has got no views. No views whatsoever. Probably has 20 views. Maybe 30. Which would be a record low. Alright. Hopefully I can find the right. Man, it's bright out here. Woo! It's bright. Getting caught on cable here. Where I'm dirty. Whew.
One dirty pickle here. All right, we're gonna have to go to Ace or Lowe's and get the connectors for these. I couldn't get this apart from this one and without damaging this, since the compression fitting. I might as well just buy another compression fitting. But we might have to add that to the bill. She gave me a couple dollars more and plus a $20 tip, but at the same time, it won't cover it. fortunately, because those brass fittings are not cheap. They're like 12 something a piece, I think. And the hose I'm going to get, it's going to have to be bigger. So that costs like 40 something dollars, I think. Maybe 50 something. All right, let's get our sunglasses on here. Sorry, the screen is really dirty. All right, I got to bring those two with me. This is from Home Depot, so we have to take that back eventually, this thing. Got to get my keys for the van. It's about lunchtime, so we might as well grab lunch while we're at it too, right? Oh, and we need the adapter piece too for the hoses. It goes from, it's got to be female ends. I'm trying to think if we need anything else. That should be all. Let me see if I can connect these two here with the plumbing. I wasn't sure if it'd be long. Yeah, it'll fit. It's nice. Might as well connect that real quick. Wait a minute, I can't. The glue's way back in there. All right, because I just used it inside underneath the mobile to glue the other end. Oh well, oh well. The kitty's out. I'm gonna have to brush myself off here because I'm dirty. Gonna do another strip tease, guys. Ready? Girls start coming in. No. Gonna get the big bucks now. No. I might have to take this thing off and just shake it. My shirt. Whoever's in here, the one person, sorry, you can't see me without a shirt on. Of course, some of it stayed because my back's all sweaty. So the shirt's kind of dirty still. Not kind of, it is. My arm still hurts from hitting the funny bone. That did not feel good. That was earlier. I whacked it real good. Right on the corner here. Like right here. My softest spot right here. Shot down my arm and hurt my fingers here. Tell you one thing, it feels pretty good out here, out in the shade on this porch. It's a pretty rickety bad looking porch, but the rest of it's, the coolness is nice. But yeah, we gotta go to the Lowe's. Where's those end pieces? Did I stick them in my back pocket? What did I do with them? I must have left them in the back, mate. When I was digging for my keys. Man, I'm all itchy now because my belly was dragging in the dirt. That's weird. I'm pretty sure I had them in my hands. Huh. I'm having a brain fart, guys. Sorry about that. Can't remember where I stuck something. Happens all the time. We're all touched with autism, my friend. Good old water. Good old water. Whoa there. Did I stick inside here? No. I got a few things I can take back to Home Depot. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Even with a mask on, you still get junk in your throat. Just trying to remember where I stuck those parts. I didn't go out to my van yet, did I? I didn't think I did. Why am I so lost? Coffee didn't kick in. Kicked in a bad way. I had them in my hand and I took off my shirt right here. It makes no sense. It's not my back pocket. Those are my keys. It's not my front because that's where the pew-pew is. The other one's got a knife in it. The other back pocket has nothing. Why is my brain not working? But I didn't see him back here. It's not by my hose. on my mask, is it? No. Or the water jug or the impact. Is it down there? I know I brought them with me because I had them out here. Did I stick them in the baggie? No, it's not in the baggie. Oh, this is irritating, my friends. What did I do with it? I didn't go over there by that plumbing, so it's not there. They'll blend right into the dirt because of the color of them. It's not my top bucket. I had them in my hand. Pretty sure the whole way until I took my shirt off to air it off or whatever. And I think my shoe's full of garbage too. Feels like it. All right, sit you guys down here. Oh yeah, it was full of dirt. Did it roll off the chair where I was working or what? I'm confused where I put those parts at. Guys, that makes no sense. And I still have something in my shoe. It's gross. It's been stuck to my sock. Yeah, I don't know what happened to those parts I just had. I don't know if they rolled off of something that I had them on. I'm confused. This is irritating because I don't want to crawl under there just to go looking for them. Because I'm pretty sure I had them out here. Sure I had them out. Just went live. This is irritating, guys. I don't have time for looking for itty bitty parts like this. Well, I guess we have no other choice but to go back underneath there and go look and see if I actually set them down. So, mask back on, folks. I don't know how I did. I'm pretty sure I brought them back out, but who knows? Mask back on. Pretty sure I brought them back out, but I must have not. I'd have to stop the live and then see where I put them. Oh, there they are. Right there. Found them. Thank the Lord, I didn't have to go back down in there. Sweet. Ugh. Yep, I made a funny face there. All right. Put my glasses back on. Pick up a few of these tools so they don't walk off on me. That would not be nice. Have my tools walk off on me. All right. All right, shut this gate. All right, back to the van. Unlock it. All right, I found the two parts we got to match up now. 3 parts, I guess, technically. 2 ends and an adapter piece. right, we'll have to let you go, guys. Appreciate you coming to Desert Armory and more, checking us out. I'm going to be driving, so anyways, appreciate you. Have a good one. Remember, through Jesus Christ is the way to salvation, and only by him and no other name you can be saved through. And you can never go wrong, do what's right. We'll see about going live later. Appreciate you. Have a good one. Bye.